You missed it, Robin. I just played the tape of the man who invented radio.
Who's that?
Ben Marconi. I just played it. You missed it. You didn't hear it when you were in the can?
No. He obviously didn't wire the can when he was inventing radio.
Ben Marconi, this is an actual tape of him, like the earliest experiments at his basement.
Testing. 1, 2. Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation. As you will know, when you record, the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back to hear the quality and whether this is operating. Thank you.
There it is.
Whoa.
Why was he thanking the equipment? That's what I want to know.
Who was he talking to? Where was
I don't know.
I think Ben Marconi was losing it at this point.
There's Ben Marconi yelling at his son Leonardo.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Shut up! Sit down!
The green eye?
I don't know what he's doing, but he was inventing radio is what he was doing.
What is it, Travis? I got to take a break and then get, of course, Lisa G in here. Travis, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk to you about the Alec Baldwin thing.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you have a recording of your father saying some handy shit to you when you were a kid?
Mm-hmm. Hey, let's play Alec Baldwin next to my father and see who's worse. I think Alec Baldwin's worse.
Well, any of this is bad for a kid. It doesn't
really
matter. Yeah, it's the most powerful person on earth screaming at you.
It's Superman yelling at you. And, I mean, your father's stuff is pretty heavy, man. When you think about it.
Let's see. I got to compare. Maybe that'll be some sort of wake-up call to me.
Yeah.
Here we go. You got those, Fred?
I got a few clips, yes.
Okay,
Hello, Howard. I'd like to ask you a question. How do you feel about religious services and why children should attend them?
Well, you see, let's say, if you want to be religious, I think you should go to it. And also, let's say you want to go up and read, you'd have to, you wouldn't know what to say, so you learn something there. You learn the Jewish history, and that's all.
You're already sweating bullets.
I know. But that ain't.
Let me ask you another question. Howard, I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
All right.
President Kennedy now is going around the country asking the people to vote for Democrats. He wants more Democrats in the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. Do you think that the president is doing a wise thing in going around the country asking the voters to support him by electing Democrats? First, we will hear from Howard.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do, because if we didn't, let's say, have Democrats, there'd be presidents, vice presidents, and where would the Democrats come in?
What you missed here, the point that I was trying to make, is the reason that the President of the United States is asking for more Democrats is that so that they will support his program in Congress by voting for the issues that he's interested in. That is the reason. Now I'll play this back.
What a treat.
Do you feel that the United States should remain in the United Nations as a member of the United Nations? Howard?
Yes, I really do.
Is there any special reason why you feel that they should?
Well, there should be peace in all the countries, and we wouldn't want any war. Because we don't want the Japs anymore.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Wait a minute, so Kennedy was president, so this has to be between 60 and 63, which means you're 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right. You listen to that little voice.
Politics. You know, I mean,
oh, my God. And he asked the question, he goes, the point I was trying to make.
Well, that's what I'm listening to. I mean, it's like he's asking you questions he knows the answer to.
Right. He only said one bad thing, though, the moron thing. Don't we have other tapes?
Yeah, but the whole fact that he's grilling you.
3-minute clip.
You know what I mean?
Awful.
Like, just the sense that he's grilling you.
And you are obviously uncomfortable. You're wanting to give him the right answer.
How do you feel about religious services and...
we have all that.
Yeah, this is like the 3-minute clip, so it's going to take
Well, you see, let's
Did you have one of him yelling at me for...
I mean, I've got the stuff that, but those are like the little bursts where you shut up, sit down, and that's usually like during a song or something, and I only have like the little...
That was the Jelly Beaner.
Right.
Read.
Shut up! Sit down!
God.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Those are the big ones, because those are like little isolated clips that kind of come in the middle of like those like little family oases, like, you know, the songs and things like that.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
You know, you only had two ways to go. Either unbelievably diligent in your work, like what you do, like a perfectionist, sort of tortured by making everything perfect in your life.
Or a total
or you're talking about, like, dropping out in the Woodstock era and never seeing you again.
My dad was like a real angry guy. Like I think he just was beaten down by life.
Like Scott the engineer in a way? You mean something like that?
Not
like
even that, no.
I don't know. I just think
Because Scott has that anger, too, man. You can tell.
And, I don't know that your father... He just didn't have a lot of patience with children.
Maybe that's what it is.
You know, he wants you to be an adult right away.
Yeah, he doesn't like kids being stupid.
Yeah. You know, like kids acting like kids was sort of moronic to him.
Yeah. Like, why would you act like an idiot?
Yeah. What's wrong with you dummy?
See, I'm trying to think because where your father worked, there happened to be a microphone, and if some of my father's stuff was on, like when I was 9 or 10 years old, he'd take me to work, and he had OCD, and he was a bit of a perfectionist too, so he'd be hooking up antenna wires in the house. We'd be in the corner of an attic on an August day, and my job would be to hold a flashlight for my old man. I'm sitting in insulation, covered to my head, holding a flashlight while he tries to straighten out a splitter for a wire that if they demolish the house, they'll never see. The architect wouldn't know where it is, and it had to be level.
Right.
So after 15 minutes of that, we're sweating, he would look back at me, and he'd go, you know, if you're not going to look enthused, I don't even want your Wow. And obviously I wouldn't look enthused.
Right.
And he would be mad that I didn't, and if that was on tape, I guess maybe that would sound just as bad, but he never called me But he never called me a moron. Like a moron sort of a... Like
but, I mean, basically, I'm listening to Ben, and I hear Alex saying, I don't care that you're 11 or 12. I want you to be an adult.
Well, let's take a break. We'll get to Lisa G right after these words. This is really weird, Robin.
What?
You know how everything now is on DVD? Mm-hmm. So I haven't heard this yet. I'll hear it with you. I told you my dad was my dad had a recording studio, and they used to record Tennessee Tuxedo cartoons.
Yeah.
Among other ones, King Leonardo, all kinds of different ones. Don Adams was the voice of Tennessee Tuxedo, the guy from Get Smart. So I guess they released the DVD, and on it, as bonus tracks, they put the recording sessions or something, I guess. Yep. You know, outtakes and things. And you hear my dad on it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What is he saying?
It's just, you know, he's just slating stuff. He's the engineer.
All right.
Because I used to sit there as a little boy and watch him do it.
Want to try one?
Why not?
Stand by. It's 30-second opening, take 2.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See.
So that's my dad there. And they said about 40 seconds in, you hear some more of them. Wait.
Tennessee Tuxedo, he will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he tries for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. That's Tennessee Tuxedo and his tale.
Let's make another list of words that look strange. What was it?
30-second, take 3.
Up to men.
That's my dad. See, he's all official and shit. 30-second, take 3. 30-second. That's my old man. That's what he used to do. And he'd record all that shit. Well, that's weird,
that's
huh?
So, and the band and the singers were all live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, this wasn't that multi-track shit.
No.
Wild.
In fact, they'd set up all these music stands and all that. I used to watch all that.
That's so cool.
Come
on and see.
All live.
30-second opening, take 4.
1, 2, 3. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin.
It's all official, too.
So cool. Let me ask you something. Where did these tapes come from? Who had these?
This is the Best of Tennessee Tuxedo and His Tales DVD, which is now available. We found it on Amazon.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, that's my old man for sure.
Does your dad know about this?
No. He's probably, if he's listening, he's probably hearing about it the first time.
Wow.
It's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. as he tries for fame and glory. Still he tries in each a story tale. That's Tennessee Tuxedo and his tale.
I'm sorry, do another one for me. I sang a wrong word before we got to the end.
30-second opening, take 5.
All right, you pissed me off now.
1, 2, 3. Come on.
My old man, taking
That's
charge.
funny. Take 5.
He's good at that, little official.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
On a CC.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
Come on a CC.
Take 6.
All right. You're learning my patience.
But Tennessee Tuxedo and King Leonardo was like they were really shittily made cartoons.
I remember watching Tennessee Tuxedo towards the very tail end of its syndication and recognizing it was the guy from Get Smart doing the voice, you know.
Hello, Mr. Whoopi.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you know who else used to be in that cartoon? Larry Storch I'd go see work. That's the guy from F Troop. He was in there. He was like a hero. I idolized him.
F Troop.
Was it Mr. Peabody?
No, that's
Mr. Whoopi.
Mr. Peabody was from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Remember they had that science segment, Mr. Peabody and the dog?
Mr. Peabody.
Yeah, I've never seen Get Smart, Don Adams.
Yeah, check
what
it
was
out.
the kid's name he used to hang out with?
Oh, the kid with the glasses?
Yeah.
Sherman.
Yeah.
Didn't talk on the end, but I said.
Let's.
Stand by. 60-second
You're
opening,
luckier.
take 7.
You're luckier than we
A
are.
little faster, buddy.
No, they're talking over my old man.
Are they even listening to him?
No, he's kind of the Scott the Engineer, you know.
I'm giving an official slate, and you people are mumbling.
That's so funny to hear my dad like that, because that's when he'd take us down to the recording studio once a year and yell at me. He would do it over that thing. So it'd be like, Howard, now I'm going to... And it was always like, it was like he'd come out like the voice of God.
Howard, now I'm going to get you a chance to do something. Now don't go any further. Shut up.
What's wrong with you two?
But I want to sing Jelly Beater. All right, now, okay. Howard, now go ahead. It's your turn. I don't know what to sing. Just sing Alfred.
To hear that voice, you know, in an official way, man, you snap too. They're ignoring my old man. I used to snap too when I heard that
You should have
thing.
ignored them like they did.
They didn't
I
realize
know.
who they were with.
When you're giving Scott the Engineer shit, do you ever think, oh, God, this might have been my father?
Yeah, I do think that
Do you?
sometimes, yeah. Well, my dad owned the recording studio and stuff. He was in a
Oh, did he?
Yeah. But he had Scott's job at a radio station, and then he moved into the recording area.
That's weird. He never made a ton of scratch. I would think
No.
with those kind of accounts.
Well, he
I
didn't.
would assume he did.
Another guy
good money.
owned it. This guy Fortune Pope, who owned the National Enquirer and stuff, owned it.
Right. Oh.
Oh, really?
And then his five partners bought it out, and it wasn't my father made an okay living, but it wasn't anything. Let's put it this way: we lived in Roosevelt.
But I thought you were making some sort of social statement by the way.
Well, I think there were two statements we made: A, we had no money, and B,
There was a statement under the social statement.
But it's weird because those are big accounts for a recording studio to have.
He had big accounts. He had mostly commercials, big commercials.
But
Ford.
it just, because the juxtaposition is what really kills me, because they're all happy and, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Take 6.
And that was my perception as a little kid. That's why I think I was so enamored with being behind the microphone. I was like, my father would look at them with such, I would look and I go, oh, my father, he's so nice to these people, because he had to kiss their ass. They were his clients.
Right.
And he would, kiss their ass. And I went, boy, if I got behind a microphone, he might be nice to me.
There you go.
And it worked.
Yeah.
He couldn't be more charming. Hello,
He
Howard.
likes you now.
I know what that's like. When I used to go to work with my father, I so wanted to please him by putting up a antenna.
Right.
Just do something on the job that he praised, and 9 out of 10 times
I saw the people like Don Adams never got yelled at by my father. My father would just treat Don Adams like he was the most important person in the world. Mr. Adams, would you like a shrimp salad for lunch? My dad didn't get anybody lunch.
Well, when you have a client, that's how you treat them,
Yeah.
Your
As a little kid, I thought, the microphone's magic. You get behind a
you didn't
microphone.
know it was a client business kind of thing. You just thought they commanded respect being behind the microphone.
Yeah, like, wow. And they all look so cool, and they look like fun people. Like Don Adams seems like so much fun, and Larry
Right,
Storch.
that's what I'm saying. They sound like they're having a blast.
Man. Oh, and they were like in show business, and my father treated them with such respect, and I went, in on this.
Back then, Don Adams he was banging everything at the Playboy Mansion. Little did we know.
That's right, Arnie.
He was there all the time.
Hello, Mr. Whoopi.
I'm making whoopee.
All I gotta do is get behind that microphone. I can bang someone.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo.
I remember my dad now, as a little, now it's kicking in. He used to walk around singing this song. Now I realize, why, he had to hear it 500 times. You know, he'd be like, see, Tennessee Tuxedo. Now I realize why.
He's heard it
Probably
all
went
day.
insane, yeah. Probably went nuts.
Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. As Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he fights for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. Join along with me across.
I'm wondering.
Did he put the cloppity-clops in? Or did that,
No, the musician.
the percussionist did that?
Yeah. But you know what I'm realizing? Like, what kind of DVD is this that this is all on there?
Who?
They make these DVDs now of shows that you don't even care about with so many extras. So this is an extra. It's just an extra.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
like,
that's what I'm saying. Are there really that many Tennessee Tuxedo fans?
I don't know. And I was thinking the same thing. Like I'm interested in this because it's your dad, and I'm already losing steam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, what was the good take?
I was trying to get my hand together to point, and I couldn't make it.
60-second opening, take 9.
I wonder if my dad had a boner for this chick too. Like who is that?
Sounds kind of cute.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what is going on in that room?
But what was wrong with that last take? It sounded fine to me.
Oh, believe me, my old man used to even tell me the people from the agencies would make them do stuff over and over, and it was like, nobody even knew the difference.
Right.
Yeah, Ralph.
No,
see.
No wonder he came home all annoyed.
He had a whole day of this shit.
Robert just said it. Every take sounded exactly the same.
Artie, is your mic working?
I just fixed it.
Oh, you fixed it? Oh, okay.
The whole mic fell, and I just screwed it back up.
What? What, Ralph?
Go.
Okay.
Now that would be rolling around in my
That's crazy.
Come on and see.
Yeah, they're losing steam.
I'm trying to help you.
Take 10.
Take 10. Take 10.
Take 50.
Oh, man.
That's what I want to know. Where was the good one? When did they end it?
The first one was fine. It's a cartoon.
I wonder if he keep going if he snaps somewhere.
I don't know. Could be here all day.
Well, I'm sure your father will be happy to hear that.
Hey, Dad.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? You can't hear me?
I heard you say that there's a DVD on Tennessee Tuxedo.
Did you hear us play it?
Yeah, hey, tell me, who put this out?
I don't know who puts it out, but it's a whole new DVD of Tennessee Tuxedo, and you're all over it.
What do you mean I'm all over it?
You didn't hear that?
You didn't hear it?
No, what happened was I just tuned in, I was...
All right, I'll explain it to you. On these DVDs, they sometimes now, because fans buy them, they put out outtakes and things because it's interesting to the fans.
Right.
So you're the engineer, and they're playing the theme song recording session, and you're all over it.
Oh.
Yeah, they play all the outtakes.
You want to hear yourself? I say, Dad, you want to hear yourself? Pop?
Yeah.
Dad, you're losing it.
What's going on this morning, Ben?
Well, something happened with the phone. Okay, now I'm all right.
All right.
Dad, I'm not losing you, am I?
No.
This ain't Alzheimer or something. Is this how it started with your dad, Robin?
No, it wasn't a phone thing.
Hey, Pop.
Yeah.
You want to hear this thing?
Yes, I'm listening.
All right, I'm going to play it.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Now stop that.
What do you mean stop it? He can't hear anything. All right, Dad, here we go.
Go.
Want to try one?
Why not?
Stand by. It's 30-second opening, take 2.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo.
Now I'll fast forward to your parts, okay?
Right.
See, pleasure sailing seas in circle. A small penguin who tries but can't see each new story tale. As Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
make another new word that looks strange.
You know what?
30-second, take 3.
The thing I'm surprised there's a market for something like this.
Can you believe this?
Yeah, I know, this thing is like 100 years old.
And you're all over it, and you're the engineer on it.
Right.
And I remember you coming home and singing it to CCC, Tennessee Tuxedo.
Done with the days.
Ralph even called and he said, no wonder your father was always so crabby. Imagine, did you do like 100 takes of that friggin' song?
I never forget the time I met this guy, Alan Swift. He had a lot of voices. And they came in and did a session. You know, they book an hour.
Right.
So the guy did a take on a commercial. Well, what are you going to do, wrap up and go home? So
right.
The producer has to sit there and let's do one. We're up to 16.
Right.
So Alan Swift finally is it possible, can we listen to take 1? Roll the tape back, play tape 1. That's it.
That's what we're talking about. Like, some of these takes sound perfectly fine, yet they go on.
In fact, the interesting thing about this session is, as the singers keep doing it over and over again, they lose steam in my mind.
Well, let me tell you something. The people that did jingles were the tops.
Right.
I mean, they came into the studio. You can't sit there and rehearse for an hour. They got to pick up that sheet, music sheet, and start maybe go through once, and then they start playing. The same thing with the singers. Otherwise, they couldn't do it economically.
You know what blows my mind, too? Now I'm listening to this. I remember being at some of these things.
Uh-huh.
And, Dad, I was saying to Robin earlier, the way you looked at these guys and the way you respected them, I said, I got to get behind a microphone so I can get that kind of respect. You realize that?
Well, first of all, they were very talented people.
Yeah, but you would get them shrimp salad. You would get them sandwiches. You didn't do that for anybody.
Well, the biggest advertising agencies used to come up. Benton & Bowles, BBD, and all, you name them, they were there.
Yeah, but you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
the way you stared at them and the way you worshiped them, I wanted you to worship me like that.
He wanted a shrimp salad.
Yeah. Well, listen, Howard, now I worship you.
No, well, now you're nicer to me, but I'm saying, do you see the impact you had on me?
Yes. Anyway,
he doesn't like emotional conversation.
Listen, what you're saying is 100% true.
All right.
The only reason I called, I couldn't believe that they put out a DVD on it.
The DVD is currently number 10,084 on Amazon's DVD charts.
Oh, my.
And there must be fans that want to own this.
They do. They want to own Tennessee.
Did you know there were such Tennessee Tuxedo fans?
Right. I mean, they all used to do cartoons, what's his name? The guy, Underdog. We did them all,
Right.
All right, I just wanted to...
All right, Pop, you're...
Well, congratulations, you made it to DVD.
What was that?
Robin says she congratulates you because you've made it to DVD.
Well, listen, I have a bigger honor. I got a golden record. Remember that?
Oh,
no.
Really?
I was awarded when the music came out on your movie.
Oh.
Right.
And they sent me because I was singing on one of the CDs.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm a star.
All right.
All right, Pop.
Right.
I'll talk to you later.
Right, take care.
Mr. Stern.
Howard.
Yeah?
I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Mr.
Bye.
Stern, great to hear from you, Mr. Stern.
I had my sister and, her husband, Pete, my brother-in-law, and my parents over, and it is so draining now because I love my parents and I love spending time with them, but Jesus Christ, you sit there and you go, my parents aren't easy. They think they're easy, but they come, and if you don't talk with them for 5 minutes, like, you come to someone's house, you can hang out, maybe take a nap, whatever. They don't know from that. If we're not all sitting and talking,
you're not together.
My mother go, what is this? They invite us over, and then you can't find anyone. Like no one knows how to.
Where are you?
Yeah, like every minute we have to be together talking. In fact, my mother, is very big in transcendental meditation. Mm-hmm. So her and my sister go into a special room and do They're special. They do special programs.
Oh, we have our own.
They have more than 20 minutes. They do like hours of TM.
Right.
So my father goes, well, what? And I wait for them to do their TM because it gives me a break because it's constant talking, and now my parents don't hear. So it's like I have to when Dad, he goes, one thing I like about you, when you talk, I can hear everything. I notice people today mumble. I go, no.
Oh, so you're yelling.
I'm yelling. Yeah. They all say how wonderfully I enunciate and how wonderful it is to speak with me because everyone can hear what I say. And my mother and father are on the same way. Everyone mumbles. But no one's mumbling. They just can't hear anything.
The whole world started mumbling all of a sudden.
I so don't want to lose my hearing.
Now, does
So
does your mother wear any device at all or not?
As far as she's concerned, she has no problem. I mean, it's a huge problem there,
That's
but
the best.
she has no problem. So anyway, you know, my sister, my mother will go and meditate for 2 hours, which is so great because it gives my voice a rest from yelling. I get so fatigued in my throat from yelling. It's like doing 20 radio shows. You know, I wish I had a mic and they could put on headphones.
You had to come back here for a rest.
Yeah, and my parents like to hear stories and...
So you got to talk aloud a long time.
Yeah. Tell the story when you were a little boy and, you know, and then it's like, well,
What a fun time.
Oh, it's so great. And then anyway, so when my mother and my sister go to meditate, that means I've got 2 hours to rest.
Yes. Now, what does your dad do while all this?
Well, he started in with them. He goes, he says to my sister, you see your brother very infrequently, and now you're at his home. You can cut your program short.
He's trying to shorten.
Yeah, and my mother goes, why are you saying that? It's very good vibes for the house. And,
so now they're blessing the...
Yeah. My mother's there to bless the house. And my father goes, but I'm just saying, we finally get together. You could cut it shorter. And I go, no. It's fine. Let them do their thing. It's good. We take a break. Not everyone needs to be on top of each other every minute. Because my sister even will be like if I'm not around for 5 minutes, she'll be, we come to the house. She'll start criticizing.
Yeah.
We come to the house, and all I know is my brother's hiding.
I know that laugh.
Yeah, my sister's got a big laugh. I can't do my sister's laugh, but it's like, it's like the Joker. So it's like I'm on my toes. Even Beth says to me afterwards, boy, after your family comes, you're very drained. I go, yeah. Yeah, because I noticed Beth's family, they do have the ability to sort of hang out, you know,
just relax
and chill out. I go, yeah, no, I said my parents and, you know, my sister, they like constant dialogue. So, and then if I don't talk, if I just kind of rest for a few minutes, they go, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Why are you so quiet over there? I'm just listening. Oh, you're listening. All right. You want to listen? All right, then listen. I don't know. Everything I do is wrong. I mean,
you're never hitting the right mix.
No.
Quiet and talk.
No, there's never the right ratio. I thought I hit the ratio this time. I didn't hear any criticism.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
No. I get criticized for everything.
That's an accomplishment. You hit the right ratio.
Yeah, I got my sister out to like the Hansels. We go walking on the beach or something. She'll go, this beach I don't like so much because it's like Jones Beach. It's on a slant when you walk. I go, well, isn't every beach on a slant when you walk? What beach have you been on that isn't a slant?
Wow.
So, but this time I didn't get criticized too badly, and I really stayed on my game, you know.
Yeah.
But I was pretty drained.
You were prepared. You had rested up in Mexico, so you were prepared.
Well, I was laying around in Mexico feeling guilty, like, oh, gee, I should see my parents and my sister. So I arranged a little soiree, you know. But one thing about my family, if you're not talking, there's something wrong. And it's not real conversation where, like, you go, you know, how you doing? Are you feeling okay?
It's not like a real...
No. It's my father goes, no. And he can't hear anything. So we're in the middle. Sometimes we're in the middle of, like, talking about family and stuff. And then he'll just go, did you read in the New York Times recently about what is going on in Israel? So, like, it comes out of nowhere.
So, yeah, the conversation could be going one way, and he just switches topic.
How do you feel about Governor Patterson and his appointment, possibly, of Caroline Kennedy? You know, it's just, like, out of nowhere. It's whatever's on his mind.
Right.
So, like, we might be in the middle of, like, you know, gee, I haven't seen my Aunt Sally. How's she feeling? How do you feel about... It's crazy.
Because he didn't hear the conversation about Aunt Sally.
And then I go, Dad, we're talking about Aunt Sally, your sister. Oh, yeah, Sally.
Wow.
But he's not seeing. My dad's totally with it.
No. He can't hear what's
Just
going on.
doesn't know what's going on. He's got 2 huge hearing aids now. Like,
really?
like they're the
they
size
look like gramophones in his ear.
Still doesn't seem to make a difference. And my mother refuses to get one.
She's not doing it.
No, she's not getting it. She's like, what?
How do they deal with it at home?
So, and I sit there and I get upset that they can't, my mother's missing conversations. I go, Ma, Beth just said she really likes the dress you got her for Christmas. Oh, the dress, yes. Right. But meanwhile, my vocal cords hurt.
Yeah.
From yelling out what just happened. I'm always like the color commentator. I recap what people say.
Now you got to go on vocal rest.
And then my dad, his whole big thing is that my dad, his TV setup, years ago I set him up with 3 VCRs.
Okay.
He tapes with 3 VCRs constantly. Evidently, there are 3 shows on at a time that he needs to tape, and he does it with VCRs.
He's really involved in TV.
Yeah, he's really involved with TV.